Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Ola Ali, an assistant researcher at the National Research Institute of Astronomy and Geophysics, Helwan, Egypt. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. I started my educational activities with kids in 2013. In this talk, I'll present some activities me and my colleagues conducted to teach astronomy to kids. All activities throughout this talk were conducted through the framework of the National Research Institute of Astronomy and Geophysics, which held the Scientific Society for Astronomy and Space, Egypt Office for Astronomy Education, and Egypt Office for Astronomy Outreach. First of all, let's start with why I choose this session, Astronomy Education Beyond the Classroom, to present my work. Actually, this goes way back in time. As in Egypt, astronomy is often not a part of the core curriculum in schools. My institute, NARIAJ, as I'll call it with this abbreviation from here on, started a series of astronomy activities to disseminate astronomy knowledge to the public as part of its social role toward society. During this journey, NARIAJ embarked on a mission to ignite the curiosity of students about the cosmos. Our first and highlighted activity to conduct outside classroom is Astrcamps. Camps in general are so beneficial on all levels. For adults, camps can be relaxing vacations to enjoy the environment and meditate to overcome the stress of daily life, or time for parents to bond with their children. They are good opportunities to educate kids about survival skills, the environment, and what is important for us, astronomy. Dedicating a camp for astronomy can inspire and ignite a lifelong passion for science and exploration. When you are having astronomy night in camps, you will give the audience access to dark skies and unique stargazing experiences. They will mostly, for the first time, explore the beauty of the night sky and observe celestial objects. The existence of small telescopes will provide new practical skills, from setting up telescopes and observing with them to astrophotography. In these photos, I'll show you some of my experience with camps. This was the first camp I attended as Astro Guide. It was for 1 day and 1 night, a family camp with a tourism company called Spaceway. We arrived early in the morning, everyone engaged in setting up the tents. Then it was time for sandboarding, where the whole family can have fun and you do new activity. This camp was in a place called Wadi al-Hitam, a valley of whales, which is a paleontological site located in the western desert of Egypt. It is recognized for its extraordinary whale fossil record. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that offers a unique glimpse into ancient history of these incredible creatures. The families had a tour in the place with a geology guide to see some of these fossils, as you can see in this photo. At night, it's time for astronomy, where we start by observing sunset, talking about the solar terrestrial lunar system. Then we set two small telescopes, start exploring the sky with our naked eye, and observe whatever celestial object in the sky, the moon, planets, even nebula, if some is there. This camp was at the time of Perseid meteor shower, and the Milky Way was in the sky, so it was a perfect time for a priceless memory photo with the Milky Way like this one. Besides the camps, in desert, there is one of the most famous astrocamp in Egypt, Kottamia Astronomical Observatory, one of Nariège's observatories, where we welcome families, individuals, school students, university students to spend an amazing astronomical night at the observatory. But what if these astrocamps are too expensive or far for some people or hard to attend for any other reason? Nariège held many stargazing nights, which resemble portable mini astrocamps, as I like to call them, where some of our researchers go to public places in the city like libraries, yacht club, historical places, and set their telescopes and observe the sky with public for a few hours after sunset. As you can see, the right picture was taken in a football stadium in the governorate of Qina in Upper Egypt. And the left one was taken in the historical place called King Farouk's Corner in Cairo. These are just examples, as Nariège has held many stargazing nights all over Egypt, like the monthly event in the Child Museum. In the next slides, I'll highlight the effectiveness of workshops focused on modeling and crafting. Being engaged in hands-on experience fascinates students of all ages and inspire young minds to explore the cosmos, with a special emphasis on engaging children between the age of 5 and 12. I'll take you through some models and activities, and we'll start with the celestial sphere. Why celestial sphere? Let's ask this question. What if the kids can't be in an astrocamp or stargazing events? How we can introduce the night sky to their imagination? A model for the celestial sphere is a good tool to solve this problem. In this image, we see a celestial sphere inside Nariège's museum. One of our colleagues explained it to the kids who visits Nariège. And sorry. And if we are outside Nariège, we can use this portable celestial sphere. It works as a tiny planetarium, but makes a convenient demonstration of star motion. As part of exploring the sky without being out, comes a time for some constellation crafting. In this event for kids in Nariège, we provided them with A4 cardboard to make a tube, 2 P5 white paper to make a cover to one end of this tube, an elastic band to attach them together, a toothpick to make holes in the white paper, and a flashlight. At first, we created a model for this mini constellation projection to guide them through the process. Then we asked them to make some holes to create whatever shapes they want, like this heart shape this girl made, just to let them understand the idea of constellations and the shapes of these constellations. Then we had some famous constellation printed on a small scale so they can use it into the second white paper to create one of the real constellation, like this one. Let's go back again to models. This model was created by our colleague, Dr. Mohammed Al-Sadiq in Nariège, and we use it in almost every event inside or outside Nariège. because it's not that heavy to carry and very convenient. This photo was taken at the Nariaj booth at Cairo International Book Fair, another platform we use to disseminate astronomy. From all the videos and photos of this model, I prefer this one, as it shows how this kid was curious to follow the motion of the sun, earth, and moon. After one of our astronomers in the booth explained this motion and its effect in creating eclipses to the crowd, but only this kid stayed to observe it more. For younger ages, it's better to let them be engaged in more fun activities. There was this workshop during summer vacation in Nariaj. After a small talk about the moon and the solar terrestrial lunar system, we provided the attendants with this white paper, asked them to color it. We assist those who can't use scissors to get these shapes out and assemble them to create the Sun-Earth model. These are all the photos from the event. This model, this one was made by Dr. Sumaya Saad prior to the event. In another workshop, we conducted an experiment with the kids to show them why the surface of the moon is in this shape by letting them create impact craters. We used white cement, water, and rocks in this experiment. I made a dough of the cement, then asked each one of the kids to throw a rock from different position and with a different force to see how will this affect the cement surface, and this will explain the impact craters at the surface of the moon. As you can see, they were having fun throwing all the rock on the cement. I'll end my talk with this photo from Nariaj booth at Cairo International Book Fair, where we welcome every visitor for 2 weeks, just to let them get astronomical books, talk to astronomers, and most important, to be engaged in hands-on projects to ignite their curiosity and foster a deeper understanding of astronomical concepts. All our previous activities, along with other efforts, have been driven by a simple idea: to make astronomy accessible to all. Finally, all this work won't be done without the magnificent night team of Nariaj, not only those in the photo, but every other member of the institute. Thank you.